Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shafiq. So today I am here to guide you through the process of how you will have your fines, you will have your overstay fines being reduced by government of UAE if you follow the rightful procedures. And I am here to take you through this rightful procedure step by step. And let's get started. Hello, my name is Shafiq. So welcome back to my channel. If you are new, kindly subscribe. You will get to know a lot of information. So many people have kept asking me, has Amnesty been announced yet? The most reliable answer is Amnesty has not been announced. Those of you who follow me, when Amnesty is announced, you will get to be notified first. And please kindly do subscribe so you may not miss out on that chance. What is taking place currently is known as overstay fine reduction or visa overstay fine waiver. This is a period of time that is being provided by the government of UAE for the residents with resident visas or the visitors with visit visas to clear their overstay fines and may decide to leave or so that they may legalize their stay in the UAE. So what is the rightful procedure? Very important points to know is that different emirates have different immigration offices, and everything to do with overstay fines, that is to do with the government or the immigration of that emirate. It is important for you to first of all find out how much overstay fines you have, because if your overstay fine is less than 3,000, chances are high that you may not be able to get that chance. But if your overstay fine is above 3,000, most likely your overstay will be reduced if you do not have any other violations. So the rightful procedure is you will head straight away to the immigration office of the emirate where your visa was being issued with a number of requirements. I would advise you, for the first time, go to the immigration office simply to inquire on what is required, and so that the next time you will not bounce, you will have all the requirements that may be needed. Why is this the best time, or why is this the most opportune time for you to apply for overstay fine reduction? This is because, as we all know, first of all, this is a month, we are headed for the month of Ramadan, and the month of Ramadan is the month of mercy. That is why the President of UAE has also pardoned 540 prisoners from jail. That is one reason. The next reason is because, as we all know, Amnesty has not been yet announced and there are few files at immigration. Chances are high that if you apply for overstay fine reduction, your request may be granted. Amnesty is being announced, then there will be a number of applications and most likely your request may not be granted. So I would advise you to take on this opportunity. You will head over to the immigration department of the emirate where your visa was issued with all those requirements, and you will have your request granted or not granted. That will depend on the government. That will depend on the government as per its terms of grant. The most asked question is, how much will be reduced? That will depend on the immigration office, but usually it is called reduction, but the fines are totally waived away and you will pay only about 350 dirhams if that is Abu Dhabi is your immigration office. Any other office you may keep inquiring and keep asking. So important to note is that this process is entirely an application that may be granted or denied depending on the immigration office where you have applied. If your visa was issued in Sharjah, you will head over to the Sharjah immigration office. If it was issued in Dubai, you will head over to immigration in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and the rest of the Emirates. The process is very transparent and there are no brokers involved. You have to do it yourself. The requirements that you will need, depending on your instance, the kind of requirements you will need is, you will need a copy of your valid passport, the original copy, and of course a photocopy. You will need a copy of the visa that has that overstay. A petition letter from your sponsor. If you're under sponsorship or if you have an employment visa, you will need a petition letter from your company, including the establishment ID and also the license. If you are a visitor and you're having visitor visa, you will need a copy of a petition letter from the tourist or from the travel agent that you use. Secondly, you will need proof of a new approved e-visa, so that when your fines have been wiped away, then you can apply for a new visa, or you already have a new visa immediately, so that you can apply and the process will be done very smoothly. Next step, if your fine is less than 3,000, most importantly, you will have to pay that money, because as we all know, fines is one source of government revenue. So the other question is, if I have an abscond, will my fines be taken away? If you have absconding, you will have to apply for withdrawal of absconding before you can apply for this service or for this offer. The next question is, if I don't have an original passport, what can I do? If you do not have an original passport, most likely if you ran away from your sponsor, you will need to get back to them and get back your passport, or your passport. Then you may have to go through the rightful procedures of how to apply for a new passport. In the description, I will leave a link on how you can do that. In the description also, I will leave a link on how you can find your immigration office and the location where it is. For those of you who may want to exit the country, still you will need to apply for an exit pass or an exit permit or a pass out. I would advise you to head straight to the immigration office and inquire on how you may apply for the exit permit. The next point to note is that some of the requirements will differ depending on the immigration. That is why I advised you that if you want to know, then first head over to the immigration. Many people keep also asking, if I apply and the service is being granted, will I get notification immediately? The answer is, it depends on the immigration where you have applied, but in most cases you will get notified in about 2 days after the government has scrutinized your application. If you do not have any violations, chances are high that you will be granted this, because we have seen testimonies, we have helped people through, and some of them have been successfully granted and their overstay fines have been wiped. Other people also ask, if I head over to the immigration, will I be arrested? The answer is no. The arresting or arrest is being done by police. It cannot be done by immigration. Even if you headed over to police and you have overstay fines or you have abscond, you will not be arrested. Arresting comes at the request of either the court or if someone files a case against you. So feel free to head over to the immigration, you will not be arrested. Some people also ask, if I apply for reduction and I apply for exit permit, will I be banned? The answer is no, you will not be banned from UAE. You may be banned for a few months if you have any other violations. With all that being said, I would like to end my video here. I kindly request you to subscribe to my channel. You will get to know a lot of information I post every day, unless I have so much work on my table, but I usually post every day. Kindly check back for a number of videos and make use of the description. You will be helped a great deal. Thank you for tuning in, and see you when you come back. Good luck.